Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to my channel. If it's your first time here, you're so very welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking my videos. It's lovely to see so many new subscribers. And it's my aim on this channel to really help people to understand the impact of childhood family dysfunction, particularly if you've had a narcissistic parent. Now, today, the topic is a really key one. I think I say that quite often, actually, in my videos, but, this one really is, it kind of gets at the heart of everything here, at the heart of the impact of having a narcissistic parent. And it's this confusion between attention and connection. So, as you know, narcissists are manipulators, and they manipulate others so that they can get supply. What is supply? Well, supply is attention. Why do narcissists need supply or attention? Well, because they have disconnected from their authentic self, and they have constructed a false self. Now, in order to feel secure in this false self, they need others to notice the false self and to admire it and to give it attention, and to sort of validate that it's real for them by doing those things. So this is what they do instead of deep connection. They don't want authentic, deep connection or intimacy. Really, what they're looking for as a substitute is attention from others for the false self. That's their modus operandi. Now, if we think about this, when it comes to having a narcissistic parent, it's no different. And this has a huge impact then on the relationship between child and parent. The relationship between child of a narcissistic parent and the parent is one of attention rather than deep connection. So let's unpack this a little bit further so it becomes a bit clearer. So in essence, the false self of the narcissistic parent is a disconnect at its core. It's all about disconnection from that authentic self in order to get that supply. So the narcissistic parent has sacrificed real deep connection for attention. So when the narcissistic parent has children, that same need for attention from them, as in any relationship with a narcissist, is at work. They demand their children's attention, but then they also give their children attention as a sort of exchange, as a sort of substitute for real connection. So the power in the narcissistic relationship, parent, partner, boss, whatever, is always about controlling attention, and controlling attention in terms of being able to give it, but then also withdraw it. So the narcissistic parent needs attention, even from their children, because for them that is what it means to be loved. That's what love is to them. And in fact, for the narcissistic parent, real intimacy and real connection with their children is something that makes them vulnerable. It's the enemy. It's something that others will use to annihilate them. So there's no desire for that, really. And what do I mean by real deep connection? Well, what it means is to want to see another, to want to hear another, to be inquisitive, truly inquisitive about the experience of another without judgment, to want to self-reflect in the relationship and see, almost to see one's own shadow side and be willing to go there, in order to grow, and to want to establish a deep connection with oneself, is what this deep connection desire is all about. Now, those things for the narcissistic parent, they're not interested in that. They're not interested in truly seeing you for who you are, for really hearing your experience or giving you space for that. They're all about attention. That's it. But the thing is, as children, of course, we're yearning. We've got this yearning heart that wants to really be seen, that wants to really be heard, especially in the eyes of the mother. The mother who can truly look with delight on this separate individual. And she's able to do that because she knows herself. She's at peace, as much as any of us can be. She knows who she is, and therefore she's able to give space for another to be themselves. She's not looking so much to get her needs met, to get her need for attention and admiration met in another, to make up for that lack of connection within. So the desire of the child actually is to know who mum is. They want to know their mother, who she is, so that they can come to understand who they are. However, the narcissistic mother is unknowable. She is a falsity, and you can't connect. You can't have intimacy with a false self. You just can't. It's always going to be false. It's always going to be fake. It's always going to be a disconnect. It's always going to be disappointing. And that's why so many of the clients I see come to me with this deep sense of like, there's a void there. It's like, I can't, how do I ever fill it? How do I ever get that yearning within me for real connection met? And that's why they end up attracting more and more of these similar types, the repetition compulsion, hoping for a different result, but it never does end in that. So the narcissistic parent, and for today I'm talking about the narcissistic mother, she gives attention at times to her children. She does, because attention is love. To the narcissistic parent, you may get upset and she'll come in and, oh, you banged your knee, okay, plaster on it, off you go. Or you're struggling with something at school, oh, trying to come up with an answer for it, or trying to fix it, or or she goes into a panic about it, or she might sort of be a bit flustered by it, or trying to think, what would they say in the movies in this situation, or she might get annoyed with you or abandon you. All of these things are attention instead of deep connection. So what she's not able to do really is to be with you and to give you space and to help you process it, and you come up with your own understanding, to go through that process of emotional regulation at the end of the day. So in a nutshell, the narcissistic parent gives attention in exchange for you giving attention to them. The narcissistic mother withdraws her attention when your focus has not been on her. When she wishes to punish, she withdraws her attention from you. Now, you see, when you grow up with a narcissistic parent, you are also vulnerable to sacrificing true connection for attention instead, because it's all you know ultimately. It's all you've experienced is the substitute, which is attention. So we grow to confuse attention with love. And so it's vital then, as we mature and as we do our healing work, we need to begin to separate attention and real connection more. And to really understand that attention is a key tool of the narcissistic personality. And to be aware now of when others are showering us with attention, and to be a little bit guarded then, or to observe others in their pursuit of attention, their desperate need for attention, instead of deep connection. And this is something that all of us will need to reflect upon if you have come from a dysfunctional narcissistic family background. You know, ultimately, in order to break out of that thinking of the substitute for love, attention, what we need to do is we need to go within, and we need to truly connect here within ourselves. We have to give ourselves space. We have to be inquisitive about ourselves and want to see ourselves, want to hear ourselves. We have to become that good parent, that good mother. And so then we're able to begin to separate the desire for attention as this, which is not going to sustain. And then we're able to more move towards opening up to real connection, which can be scary, but it does exist, let me tell you. It really does. We just have to be a little bit cautious and discerning. But these are muscles that we grow over time. And I see it with my clients all the time, who I'm so blessed to work with. Really, really, it's my great privilege to do this work. And if you're looking for some support and you'd like to feel safe in the therapeutic relationship with somebody who gets this stuff, because I've needed it in my own journey. I've had the most amazing coaches and therapists helping me, but the reason it was so effective is because I did feel safe with them, because they get it. They're not going to cause me further confusion and self-doubt. So if this is you and you're looking for some deep work to break you out of this conditioning, really, then look no further. I'm hosting an online group hypnotherapy series starting next Sunday, the 8th of October. It's going to be so powerful. I mean, if you want a taster for my work, do join that. It's over 3 Sundays, and there's a lot more information at www.delightinyou.com. So do check it out. Thanks, everybody, and I shall see you very soon for another video. Take care. Bye.